little bit of mind games possibly as well from KT, not showcasing who they're going to pick where, giving their opponents the least amount of time to respond. Some Lahen's chuckling going on.
Oh, the Blitzcrank! Okay. Well, if you just want to start fights, if you just want to make the Lulu's life difficult, then just pick Blitzcrank, I guess. That sounds great. All right. Still have a fair bit of presence in that mid lane. We'll see how KT are going to be able to face this one as Hanwha take to the Rift alongside them here for game number 1.
Also, do not Clid going for PTA here. So this is a Presti attack Vi. So kind of highlights what we already said. Hanwha Life is looking to play this proactively. Doesn't skill nearly as well as a lot of the other runes. And I think that's a good look. If you can give some pushback to the KT early game.
Ooh. Well, first hook is going to miss. Lahen's still getting his eye in, as we can see. That is going to mean that Hanwha just has a lot of control early on. Oh, there's the hook. Going to connect onto life there. That's a bit of an uppercut. But otherwise isn't going to be in too much danger. Exhaust being taken instead of the heal.
Yeah, really liking this early game here. Coming through from the Zeri and the Luna. Do note, Cuz is here, and a hook can mean devastation.
Yeah, Life going to get stunned. There's the hook that's going to connect, and even though there's an exhaust, I don't think they're tired enough to not kill the Lulu. They'll grab first blood, and Clid has to get out.
Right, like there is a ward there at the Tri-Brush.
All right, well, we're just going to dash forward. We're going to snatch Zeka, and he is not going anywhere.
Everything works with Andy.
It does.
Oh, aiming isn't sick.
Well,
oh, he does.
He does hit level 6, though, as Featherstorm is going to be used. Life almost just dies. If he had have called back the Blades, there is now Lahen's. Yeah, he's just... Oh, he wants to let the kill go over. Oh, but he doesn't actually die. Is going to give her the respect. Clid's moving over. Viper and Life also moving up here as well, as we've got 35 seconds as the bear heads down. And there is the Emperor's Divide. BDD, are you going to be okay? The answer is no. He's just dead. Viper actually able to grab an assist for that one as well. Huge for Hanwha Life. And KT just kind of all on different pages, I guess.
Yeah. Ooh, I was actually going to say, like, are they going to try and look for another play here? They have vision, and they don't know.
All right, well, the hook's going to land onto Clid. There's the cease and desist. Clid's trying to get out of there. Wild Growth. He's ignited, though, and Cuz is going to lock down the kill. He can now Vault Break over that wall if he'd like to, but Life is going to slink away.
And
knows that there's no vision in that area. Saw that blue trinket go down, though, is now Keen in an awkward spot, but does press the Dominus, gets a bit of a stun there as the hook is going to connect onto Clid. He's blown up immediately, but now KT trying to regroup, aiming, taking so much damage as Featherstorm going to have to be used pretty early on. And now Cuz looking to try and find his way out. He'll use Clid's Vault Breaker in order to escape. And Kingen, oh, the hook again going to be absorbed. And this is what we mentioned earlier on. I really like how Hanwha is sort of moving up their phalanx with the vision that they have available, always playing around these control wards, knowing their flanks. Now, BDD in that brush, in position. Can we actually lock down this dragon as the dive forward? There's the bear, it connects onto Clid, who's so squishy like you were talking about. The Emperor's Divide is decent, but the jungler is already dead. Tibbers in the front line, tanking them all up for the good of his team.
Ooh,
4v5 now.
Yeah, I think you have to peace out.
Oh yeah.
Can't actually stay here. They don't even have the health bar advantage that they need. And KT, Viper can carry some of these fights if he is given the space and if KT throw a lot of damage into Clid or Kingen.
That's a dead Lulu.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Well, hey, remember when I was talking about BDD and Flash and Ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Well, he didn't flash into the ocean. He just flashed into a Lulu, and she died. But look at the Pant Tibbers going on an excursion here.
Fireworks on his back.
Yeah. Having a good time.
He's a very dependable teammate.
100%. But does, when he wants to do something, he just goes and does it, As, oh dear, there's the hook. Waits for the W, and Kingen knew that it was happening as well. He's like, if I just keep holding it, I'll be fine, right? But doesn't actually happen. And so there is another pick. And this is what the KT comp loves to do, right? Hanwha have to play next to perfectly if they want to be able to actually find any sort of fight on the terms that they want. With a map state like this, it's so incredibly hard for them to play the game.
The catch.
Oh, the sidestep from Keen. Cease and desist will come through, though. Can he actually find the slice and dice angle? He does. He still has flash. He's absolutely okay. And that is Baron. Tibbers is going to come down. They're going to 4-man it. With two people still on the map. And there's the Baron. All right, we're going to see a team fight, and then we'll work out who the rock is. As Lehens, can he find the hook? Doesn't want to go for Kingen because he knows he just presses W, so it's a little bit frustrating. But, oh dear, Kingen's still going to get killed. And that's because he gets hit by a giant panda from the sky. Never mind.
They're holding on.
Yeah, this is an Elder fight, and Hammer is still all alive. Kingen loses a bit of it. I mean, the burn is just absurd, honestly. Like, if you tag them with any damage, but they are still very, very low range, as we can see. So, this whole siege scenario, not exactly the one that they want. It's Viper trying to fight it out. There's the Feather Storm. Hook will connect, and that is a dead Cassante. Cuz gets a turn at being the big tanky guy on the top side as these super minions start to stream in. The war of attrition. It's being lost here by Hanwha. And yeah, the Vi is going to go down as she's telling them to cease and desist. Emperor's Divide is going to be baited out by Keen so beautifully. Oh, the polymorph is gorgeous onto Cuz. I don't know whether it's really going to be enough here as, oh, Viper, he's burning, but he's going to be all right.
He's still alive.
Shield. Keen flashes. Another polymorph is gorgeous. And Viper is an absolute hero.
Surely this time they'll finish the game, right?
Okay, well, there's the flash forward from BDD. As Bear goes down and Clid is once again dead. And now Tibbers is battling against a Sun Disc as KT will back away. I mean, they do this getting the pick onto Clid part of it very, very well.
Yeah, they've done that once already.
Yeah.
That part is great.
Yeah,
Are they really not going to push the end? Are they just going to
We need to wait for the minion wave.
Well, I was going to say for Elder.
Oh, wait for Elder? No, I don't think we do that. I think we may be just going to hit the next.
Maybe we just end.
Yeah. I mean, 4 versus 5. Everfrost connects onto Kingen. Viper is hopping over the Nexus, but I think the Nexus is just going to die. Good hook is going to connect. That is a dead Zeri, and that is a dead Nexus to follow. 35.5 minutes is how long it took, but KT were in control the entire time. And they played to those win conditions.
It was
really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, Zeka does a lot of damage on this Azir, but none of it consequential at all, because every time that Tibbers came down, the hook was there, someone was dead, it was mostly clear.
Okay, but that's Kalista support.
And also picking
Kalista
God. Into Oak.
Yes!
Samira Jarvan? All right, they were cooking, but it just wasn't the dish I was expecting, guys.
That's why Life was chuckling.
All right, this is the classic Life Jarvan. He is very good at his Kane's Gangplank making its way onto the Rift as well.
It's Jarvan, Samira, Wukong, Annie.
Coming out of this competition. Very excited to see which one of these archetypes is going to take the win. Top onto the Rift. Yeah. Life's got a pretty good Jarvan win rate, as we know.
Very good.
And get the ward down.
Well, you still need to respect, like, well, there's some flag and drag.
Yeah, there's the flash immediately. Life now, no flash as well as the autos are coming through. Lehens kind of baited here a little bit, but the Viego's coming in. You can see the mist. It is streaking through. Frost shot now raining onto Clid. He has to flash as Viper able to at least dash his way out. But Hanwha, tail between their legs. They do manage to get the flash and the heal and the barrier out of KT.
We can call it over. But you can have a 1-2k goal deficit with this Hanwha comp, but if you layer your ultimates well enough, I do think there's an angle. Particularly because it's Viper on Samira, and I just really want to believe in him.
Yeah, that might be an option there, as Kingen's going to go angry here onto Keen, and Keen just rains cannons from the sky. Alcove Gaming, will it save this Jax? The answer is Leap Strike might, but the Heartbreaker is going to do just that, and Cuz is going to lock down First Blood onto the top laner of Hanwha. You know, sometimes you just want to believe. Lehens doesn't have level 6 yet.
If you put these guys behind,
BDD is coming towards his bottom side, and Life is looking like he's free food, and he knows it. He is just going to try and get some knockups on his way out. They didn't even need to worry about Blade Whirl and dealing with that. They just walk it on through, and KT, it's now their turn to grab some plates here towards this bottom side. Oh,
he's going to die.
Well, there's the body slam, there's the stun, and chain CC onto Ace, and the hole comes through as well. Another Heartbreaker, another kill. Oh, man.
KT are just reading them like a book.
They are.
They're like, oh, yeah, they're going to rotate over Zeka because the bot lane is going to need help.
Man, why didn't we think of this Ashe before? All right, Arrow is going to connect onto Clip, but he flashes. That should be a dead Lehens. Okay, BDD making his way over. This Thunderdome is a bit weird because there are kind of rocks in places where we didn't really want them to be, but now the Rift is going to sort itself out. Flash Gets BDD to safety. Yeah.
Question mark moment is Clid.
Yeah, he's coming over. Let's see what Clid can do to get out of this. Sorry, Keen can do to get out of this one, and that is explode a barrel in amongst both of them, and then walk it out. He does have to flash, so there's that, and he'll be able to lock this one down. Arrow sails majestically towards this top side of the map, and is going to connect! All right, Lehens. Okay, the barrel, the trial by fire, and you are just dead. I think it was more of a trial by ice, though, to be perfectly honest, as Kingen is just sniped. Lehens goes from, like, throwing an arrow point blank as I just have to hold the thought. Cataclysm comes into the mid lane. The burly gentleman taking a lot of damage. He takes a drink, decides that he just wants to kill a minion wave, and Viper says, no, you're not allowed to do that. And he is going to press the ultimate button. And KT, if they do want to fight for this, they need to do something about it.
Makes it hard.
Yeah, and there is Life diving on top of Cuz. I think he wanted to get a knockup. Cannon Barrage comes in here as Kingen going to get bullied out of the way, and now BDD, he's just going to snipe the Annie, but Zeka, he goes golden. The stopwatch is so huge, and now he looks for the stun, but it doesn't really work. In goes Cuz. He's not able to secure the dragon, so one of them does go over to Humble Life. The arrow sails to Narnia and back again.
Unless Humble Life start to be more proactive, KT are clearly showing that they're ready to run them over as King is dead.
Yes, he is. He's going to counter-strike. He's able to dodge some things. There's the flash. Cannon Barrage already able to be used, and aiming is going to be delivered the kill on a silver platter. As Cuz is going to back away.
Oh, they have no idea.
The flank angle. Kingen's going to move in. Cuz in a lot of trouble. Does go golden. Arrow will connect at least for a moment as the Tibbers comes down, but only onto one target. They do get rid of the Viego, and Viper at about 50%. You can see KT still raring for a fight, though. Cannon Barrage was utilized in the fight.
They have the range. Keen can keep harassing them, as can BDD.
Yeah.
Tibbers!
Tibbers is going to go down. Aiming collects that 50 gold.
There's no smite, though.
Yeah, this second barrel is second Mountain Drake is huge. As Life. Oh, absolutely.
Clid?
Clid. Oh, no. That's an overextension. Cyclone comes in. Another Heartbreaker will come down. An ace in the hole was used onto a clone just for fun. Just to point out which one was the wrong one. And that is Dead Jungler. I don't know what Clid was doing there, but it was the wrong move. Yeah, Clid moving on over. Life is in. There's the teleport, as Life is going to be blocked from this one. Lehens trying to kite this one out, as Aiming's trying to work out where he wants to be. Life is going to deliver himself onto the hands of the Caitlyn. Cuz going to lock down the kill, though, and now Clid trying to dance around BDD with the party cast. Don't know whether we want that. As Samira kind of ulting nothing. And the Annie's going to be able to take down the Caitlyn. Okay, BDD locks one up as well, as Viper gets another one in the fight, but he's going to go down solo. Oh my god, the trial by fire doing so much work. Lehens is the one to finish him off in the end, and now Kingen and Zeka against the world. Counter-Strike comes in. He takes down the GP. And Zeka, what have you got for us, mate? You're going to need to deliver here, as at least they do manage to deal with Tibbers. He's got another stun up, though. Up and available. As Lehens.
Molten Shield, they might be able to get out.
The ult's up again. And, okay, Kingen moving on over.
Yes,
Zeka was too far out of range. Okay, BDD, where are the heroics?
Where are they going?
I don't know.
There's nowhere to go.
Where's KT going? As Zeka is, oh my goodness. Okay, the execute comes through, and BDD might, sorry, Zeka might just make it out. Cuz is gonna, oh no, Heartbreaker does come in, and that was heartbreaking for everyone that wanted the Annie to survive. Zeka. Okay, there's a cast. He's gonna spend a lot of time here in this Cannon Barrage, and that's not where you want to be. Keen's going to be able to lock down that kill.
We've seen... Oh, Keen. Are you dead?
Well, he's going to see that he might be dead, as the barrel's not really going to work out here. And yep, there he goes. Standing on these traps over and over again.
Big buy. Are we going to flip it?
Well, I think that's it's going to be the option here. As Clid's on it, Cuz can you get in? Cannon Barrage right on top of Viper as they dive forward. The Drake is going to be secured by Cuz, but at what cost? Here's the question. The gangplank has already gone down. Viper's popping off in this fight so far. BDD going to be taken down. And now Lehens is going to be the next one to fall. Hanwha, they lose the Drake, but it's only Cuz left alive.
Oh, I don't think they have enough time. 30, 45 seconds until everyone is up. They're going to try.
I didn't realize that it was actually late game Samira that was going to be the problem here.
Oh my god. Can they do it? 20 seconds here. I don't think that's the time. I think they can take the inhib and then they got to piece out. But they might also feel like this is their all or nothing moment, Atlas.
They could go for it.
They're going to try.
Yeah, because...
Oh my god.
Can you
10
protect
seconds.
this? Viper does so much damage to these turrets.
I think they're going to do it.
First Nexus turret is going to go down. Cuz, can you be the hero? The answer, I think, is just going to be no second Nexus turret. It's going to go down, and Hanwha Life, the Blade Whirl, will save it. The Nexus goes down, and we're going to a Game 3. So, you know, what more do we say? Keen did a heck of a lot of damage. Aiming, not so much. BDD, not so much. Cuz actually with second highest damage is kind of huge. And Annie, once again, she retains her 100% win rate.
But it doesn't, I don't know to what extent it actually allows you to fight super hard. Well, Bronze level 1 is really good. So maybe that's enough to try and stack a big wave early.
Yeah, and, if you're just playing for the 1v1, the 2v2, sorry, that makes sense.
And also, everyone besides Azir hates playing into this champion. Dive in that bot lane.
Well, we'll see how it's going to go as we hop into the Rift here for game number 3.
Actually, he's ganking top here. There's no way Keen sees this one coming.
All right, and Meganar is in perfect time. There is the hop forward into the crush, and Keen, nowhere that he can go. He calls the Meek, but the Meek is not kinging. Klid is going to miss the cocoon and not care, and then just bite him as the Spider Lady.
It's a lead, but it's nothing that if you're KT you have to be worried about.
Well, there's Emperor's Divide. You might have to be worried about this if you're Hanwha Life, as Zeker is going to try and bounce over the wall. He does, and then he goes to the Death Chamber. BDD's Azir picking up the first kill for KT.
Big moment, because that is a wave going in. Zeka, even with Flash, not being able to survive. Turret plate, and we're still going to get the 4v4. Keen needs to be careful.
Yeah, Cocoon is going to miss as there's the Cyclone. Cuz just gets it done. Keen locks up the kill. More knockups are going to come forward. Cuz steals away the Rift Herald. Hanwha Life esports just obliterated around the Herald.
And it's such a big moment for KT. Klid goes down again, and they're
Another
not done.
one! I've seen this before. There's the shield. A Daybreak Zenith Blade comes on through, and there finally is the flash. I just don't know whether it's going to be enough, and BDD's flashing onto turrets. If it dies, that's when I think it's kind of over.
Yeah,
but
Viper can't die.
Yeah, but if he does it, okay, because he's just showing off now. Gets over the wall. Now Klid's getting taken down so extraordinarily low. I guess he thought that he wasn't going to be able to escape. Didn't have flash, so I guess there's that. And arrows are flying through. In the meantime, Keen is obliterating this turret on the top side. Okay, so not entirely sure what he said, but maybe he said something to justify staying in there. I think he just told everyone to back. As Dominus is going to be popped here as Klid and Kingen trying to fight this one out. That's a lot of value with the Cull the Meek as they're getting the heck out of here because there's a Wukong that's turned up. Kingen's going to get stunned and Klid could not offer enough back. Oh no, and now KT here on this bottom side looking to close in. Not sure what's going on there as Lehen's getting aggressive. He does like to do so on his Leona. Now Klid's going to slink back into the jungle, and this turret might just be destroyed. As Solar Flare going to be used to stop her back. That is so Lehen's, and he's just dead.
But
oh no, Keen shows himself once again. Klid's going to move in. All right, can the dive work? As, the slice and dice was beautiful, but now Life is going to turn up. The core drinker value was massive. Keen's still going to be taken down because Kingen was tanking the turret forever. But in the meantime, they're going to lose an inner turret in mid lane, and Chains of Corruption instantly cleansed.
Viper!
Really nice, but see you later, Viper, and he loses all of those stacks. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them.
Yeah, that's not worth
the clarity.
That they're like about 4.5k gold ahead. They have soul points. They have 2 insanely strong dragons.
Before it gets taken away from you after you finish the fight. Maybe that's what it is. As Klid going to get solar flared. Keen looking for his opportunity. He's going to flash in! And there goes Klid up into the sky. And he's going to come down into his doom. Aiming times the piercing arrow beautifully. That is the jungler, ladies and gentlemen. Kingen, he'll be able to get some bounty gold. But I just don't know whether that is going to be enough here because KT, their prize is the Baron.
That should be Nash. That should be the game decider there. As Aiming is going to say hello to Zeka. And they can trade something. They'll get a turret here towards the bottom half of the map. Viper is going to get dissuaded. You know, play it safe. Stink up those waves.
Klid! He comes out of the death chamber and they want to put him immediately straight back in there. He does land back onto Earth and there is a big Gnar into the wall. Cuz goes golden, whirling death. Oh no! The miss time is going to come in as BDD. I don't know about that one, and there's the cash in for Viper! Oh, someone took a big bite out of that gold lead.
And they're still ahead. They still should have the setup for Elder, but I am worried much more about...
Chains of Corruption land, and that is just aiming, getting a solo kill onto Zeka.
That might be it.
That is a thing that they did. Control wards in the back pocket of Viper as well. Otherwise, 5 items done for the Draven.
Cuz?
Yeah, Cuz just going to look for Viper here, and he just gets on top of him. The flash has to come through as Cuz is just fighting. And there goes the Draven, the Brom's dead as well. And we were saying that Hanwha, there might have been an opportunity after BDD kind of threw himself into their base, but then they got just destroyed. Cuz finding a hero moment, and yeah, this could just be the end of it. As in goes Lahens, he'll find the Zenith Blade onto Zeka as well. Cuz fighting against this Jace, and he's got a G8. He'll be absolutely all right, as aiming just throws a piercing arrow. And in the meantime, Keen and BDD are getting work done. The Emperor's Divide comes through, and KT will win the 2-1 over Hanwha Life Esports, and they will claim sole possession of 4th place here in the LCK.
Oh.
And they'll celebrate a little bit as well as Chains of Corruption come down, but the Nexus is going to save Life's life, knowing that this game was over, and Viper, unfortunately, just not having the Draven game that he wanted. You can see the little hiccup where there was that slight pick-off. We thought maybe that was going to be the angle, but...
Nope, gonna be Talia actually for BDD, so going back to an old favorite. BDD just wants to have agency in mid, and the Talia is gonna give him that. And if it's if it was gonna be potentially into the Scion, which we didn't expect, but Talia definitely gonna be feeling very good about that one. Feels pretty good into Gragas, just gonna be looking for seismic shoves and some harass in the laning phase. And with Lee Sin as the enemy jungle pick here, as long as Cuz hovers around bottom side here, because top is just gonna be a wash.
We'll see if they can make it to the mid-game, Wolf. That has been difficult for a lot of teams nowadays, but either way, the Rift is ready. Let's hop onto it.
This meta.
Not in this meta. Speaking of which, we are flashing. Level 1. Gonna get the flash out of Henna.
Yeah.
Still has cleanse, but you're not gonna be able to get this initial push.
Yeah, that's really huge. And Lahens, with Hex Flash here, doesn't care. And yes, of course, Valdez and I know about the silence on Cassidy, just want to put it out there, but it's not the kind of CC we're talking about.
Does that offer you CC score in challengers? What do you think?
A lot, apparently. This is kind of a fishing minigame looking for shoves. BDD.
Yeah, it's going to be a respect flash. That does come out from BDD. Probably a good idea. I mean, could have taken a large chunk of damage as that cannon gets it.
Get a plate for Cassante here because Morgan is missing top, and he is going to come back up here. So Drake for Drake, and by the way, not Chemtech.
Trying to fight here. This is a 2v3 in favor of Bro right now. So Lahen's going to flash, but he still dies. As here comes the rest of KT, but Lumpty just easily flashes away. And first blood is given to Bria.
That was on the next objective, and as I was kind of trying to... Oh, hold on.
Cuz just got to get in front of this, and he will flash away, but they have so much CC. Do they have the damage is really the question. The denting blows will do a number into that tanky Scion as down he goes. Cuz will collect the kill on the top side.
It's already got a pretty big CS lead. Keen does is aiming. Where are you going?
Well, just going to charm them both as the flash out, and is the damage there for the Aphelios? It will be to take down effort as Kick comes in. Henna trying to trade here, but the Crescendum is so much damage, but not enough compared to the Feathers. So, never mind.
Yeah, that was
we
great.
do have it for BDD. He got it in his runes, actually.
This Drake setup here, you need to have a good Weaver's Wall or a good pick.
Okay, they're going on to Morgan. The Leandri's damage really ticking away as Morgan tries to ult out of this one, but between the two tanks, we do see that Keen is a lot more tanky, and nobody is there to support poor Morgan. As will he just go down for free is the real question. Well, he will survive, but they're going to have to give this Drake away now.
They have to give the Drake away. They can try to keep this turret alive, but even that seems a difficult task. It looks like they will just barely be able to do it, but man, KT, when he got caught, the cask follow-up is very late and is not in position to look for a blade call or anything like this. Effort, you need to be 100% ready to ult in and look for a big turn or a knock-up onto those carries, because that's what Scion offers you. No, we're just going to fight all the time. We're just going to force a Baron here at 21 minutes.
Just do Baron. Sure.
I mean, Keen has teleport here, and this is a very greedy call. They can try to hold this choke point with Cask.
Their turn is fantastic with the Rakan and the Gragas and the Scion, so
Gotta pull the trigger, KT.
not half bad. This teleport is in the pit, so they're going to say, you're not allowed to get in here. Now they want to force a fight with this teleport that they had to use to get on in here. The box is down. May keep Lehen safe, but no, it won't, as in they go. Here's the engage. They get onto the backline, but BDD will survive. Vi in the backline here onto Henna as well. Finally goes for the Featherstorm, and Henna will survive for now, but Keen is such a menace, and they cannot get rid of the Cassante at all, as Keen essentially does the meat of the damage in the backline there. 3 members of Brionne will pay the price.
So Brionne, we're not willing to force the fight, and we'll probably jump into that first. The fight that we saw just moments ago on the Drake, as they are going to come over here and maybe contest, but this would be very unwise.
He could probably kill the both of them right now. He's got 2 items.
Backing away for sure, as Umpty there. Straight up, they go to Baron here, and the punish here from KT isn't even that clean. The Weaver's Wall here only pushes Hen out. He's not a viable target here. The rest of KT are like, should we turn back on a Baron and hold it? Should we actually re-engage? Lehens gets collapsed on and killed. And then Effort engages while Cuz is on top of Hen. And it's so important that Cuz is actually in here on top of this AD carry, because otherwise the follow-up damage is too great. But this buys enough space for Keen to actually close the distance while Henna can't punish him. He takes out the double, and aiming is just free farming here in the backline. That was what was a rocky start in that team fight for Keen. You know, the execution of this draft for KT has been very clean when it comes to the critical objectives that matter most. We've seen a few hiccups, right? Like some errors in the early game and some macro decisions we didn't necessarily love, but they're playing not to lose, and when all you gotta do is win these 3 and hope for the best. Maybe you get top 2 as Cuz.
Uh-oh. Morgan, look at he's just falling apart like a piece of paper now.
Yeah, he's basically 100-0 here. He's got to get out of there.
Yeah, denting blows. You got a Lord Dominic's. BDD wasn't even there.
Here comes BDD now.
Yeah, and everybody's just trying to get away from them as Karis, somebody's got a tank, right? It is going to be Karis on the front line, but very nicely timed one as they try to go for the engage now, but Henna's just running away from Keen. They don't have their damage in position to follow up at all.
Keen is insane
side of that one.
This game. He is just doing so much.
Yeah.
And
it is the team fight right now.
Because, like, I was joking earlier about how much damage he's done to Morgan, but he's done tons of damage to Henna in particular in so many of these skirmishes and so many of these fights. The Xayah has Flash Cleanse, and Featherstorm is trying to get away from him, and she's just struggling. She's struggling, and KT looking to try to end this game right now.
Well, we're clearing out the waves. They're trying, but you are just going to get shredded down as even the fruit onto poor Henna, just to add insult to injury. As Zombie Scion also getting a little taste, but yeah, KT up about 11,000 gold. It was 1 team fight, 1 Baron push into a couple more, and that was all it took. The Nexus will go down. KT will win the game before 30 minutes, as it didn't really look like that was going to happen, Wolf, when we first loaded into the first 10 minutes of this game.
And 2 critical fights, and the game is over.
And aiming just the second he got that item, and they had those last couple of team fights, like we saw him at 14K. He ended the game with 26K, right? So he got 12K after
Lulu
that.
come through. Oh,
wait, what?
All right. Where's the setup CC for the Blitzcrank? Last time they had the Annie. They did not have it this time. In this draft, I think it would actually work out. You know, any sort of champion that has a little bit of CC and big burst. But he's going to take the Gangplank. He's just going big damage here.
As pure scaling for days, for weeks here on the side of KT. We'll see if they get there as we hop in the rip for game number 2.
Same skin for Lehens. Atlas said it made him feel terrified last time. I was on the desk, and I was like, the skin makes me feel a little bit weird too. Feels. Is this going to be Glacial Augment and Hex Flash? Obviously, it's the way to go for Blitzcrank.
There you go. Wow, actually confirms as here we go. Engage, flash on in as Hook comes after, and that's all you need. Cannon Barrage over the top.
No flash expended here, at least. It's okay. Hold on.
All right. Morgan gets a full combo and gets Keen low. And now Umpty's here with double buff. Could get a little bit exciting down in the top lane. That didn't make any sense, but here he is as Keen tries to fight for his life, but will not be able to, actually. So KT are getting a bit aggressive, the two of them here, as a really nice body slam catches both of them. Lahen's not in a great spot here, as he does not have flash after the last fight, and Huz likely going to go down as well. A double kill into the hands of Umpty now. As effort behind enemy lines, BDD and aiming the two carries, looking to corral the rest of Bro. Yeah, look at this, they're looking to bully Keen. Not a bad idea, as he's got Cannon Barrage this time. Flash is out of range of Umpty. He'll survive for now.
Yeah.
They re-engage onto this one.
BDD has TP, he's backing right now.
TP comes in, Keen in a lot of trouble. Keen goes down, TP still used. They're gonna blow up effort in the bottom lane though, as a massive ult comes out from Henna, but it's not quite enough damage to trade it back. Here for Bro, it is massive, their lead, as Umpty going to get caught out in the enemy jungle, gets a nice kick, but there is no chance to get away, as even Effort is trying to save him, and he's gonna get caught out as well.
One of these moments needs to be better, right? And Karas has cast.
Effort does have flash this time. He will elect to use it as Cannon Barrage comes down, but the damage is there as Keen is going to pick up the kill, and now Karas is being hounded down by the Viego.
Caught or punished, so who cares? Oh, again.
You're on vision. He did get the hook. He can hop walls if he needs to. Meanwhile, the team, they get in and check, and the hook is in. That's all they wanted as they catch Effort again. Is now he's going to have a Thresh on his team. That's not fair. You can't have two guys that can hook. But
I mean, this was your playoffs down the drain.
Oh God, here we go again as Flash is late from Henna, and yes, he will skirt away a little bit, but not in time, as he does no damage on the play, and KT do a great job. They deny vision, they get the picks that they're looking for.
He does have Emperor's Divide and teleport here.
Lahen's is behind enemy lines. It's going to be spotted. They catch Umpty here. The knockup comes in. Everfrost as well. That build's just so hilarious at times.
Is about to get his Narbar here. He has to be so decisive with how he uses this. There's a lot of tools used here for the side of KT Rolster. This is a winnable fight for Breon.
But they're getting collapsed on from every single angle. But they go in on Keen. They're going to catch him as Keen flashes in, but he goes down. But so did Henna, as they just wrap around. And Bro, they did the best they could.
And look at this collapse onto Keen. Aiming isn't here, Cuz isn't here, Lens is on the other side. It's the right call. But Keen barrage is here, and look at where the barrage is. He's like, no, Lens has got me.
Yeah.
He's actually going to come and get the carry.
And they certainly did, and these hooks just keep on hitting, as when you've got Everfrost as well, you are just looking for the angle. He's staying hidden for now. As meanwhile, the flash forward and let the hook on the Henna. You've got to be kidding me. As down he goes. Cuz on the follow-up, and that's going to do it. They smack him down with their hooks and their wallets, as Zeri won't even die. Aiming's going to hold on to his perfect KDA.
An unbelievable hook. A flash hook onto the Aphelios in the black line. The one champion who can't get caught, the one person who can't die here is the one Lahen's has chosen. And that's it. The Claw has spoken. Lahen's is going to knock Breon out of playoff contention here in Week 8.
That's it. The Nexus goes down. KT also collected 2-0 for themselves.
And Henna just shut down all game, unfortunately. Just under half of Aiming's damage.
Yeah.